Just doing a quick video on my 16 Mustang GT. It's a performance package, so it comes with the center gauges, the oil pressure, and the vacuum gauge. But the vacuum gauge is a little tacky. So I'm going to actually put in this GT350 gauge, so it has the oil pressure and the oil temp. Apparently it is plug and play. We will see if that's true. I believe though I'm going to lose the My Light feature. But it should be pretty simple. We're just going to pull back the trim, unbolt it, and put it back in. Just a reminder of what the standard gauges look like. So you get the oil pressure and the vacuum. It's going to be nice to switch it out. The one thing we are going to miss out on though, that I'm almost pretty sure the GT350 doesn't have, is the My Color feature. So you can switch, you know, all these different colors. So I'm pretty sure these center gauges will just stay white. And you know, my regular gauges will still change. You know, in theory it should only affect me at nighttime, because the gauges should be just they're white during the daytime. Alright, first we're going to start off by pulling off this bottom piece of trim right here, and just kind of and you kind of just pull the whole thing now. These are separate pieces, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, they are separate, but they're staying together. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so you just kind of, I mean, it's going to fight you a little. I've taken this piece out a few times too, and it still fights you. But so I started over here, kind of worked my way up, and then you kind of just want to grab them from top and bottom and just kind of work your way. It kind of felt stuck, but it was just the one center clip was really holding it on. So now when you get it out like this, you got to be careful. It's going to be hard to see. Let me see if I can grab the camera and show you. So it's hard to see, but you don't want to just go flying back with this thing, because you still have this one connection right here. So I'm going to undo this connection, and then we'll be able to take this out and go to the bench. But that's it. There's nothing else. There's no bolts or anything. You don't have to take anything off to get this trim piece off. You do want to be careful with this though, because this is a pretty expensive piece on the performance packages for whatever reason. Just flip it upside down. I have a little cover so nothing gets damaged. I'll be honest, if you can actually see one of the clips I ended up breaking, I guess, when I took it out. Must have been a little too tight on it, a little too rough on it, but shouldn't be a big deal. So there's 1, 2, so now there's 4 Torx bolts we need to remove. They're T20s, 2 on the bottom here, and then 2 up top. And it just pops right out like that. Just pull it right out. Show them next to each other. Pretty neat. And you can see the back, it's just the same plug. So you just put it in, and then we're going to reinstall these 4 Torx screws, and then just plug it back in and throw the trim piece back on, and that should complete it. So now we're back in the car. We got the new gauge in. We're going to put the trim in. So first We just gotta replug. We gotta plug the plug back in. What I'm gonna do though before I reinstall this, because this can be a little tight to come back out, I'm just gonna turn the ignition on and make sure it's getting power at least. It lit up, so okay. We're gonna put it back in. I'm gonna start from like the center, I think actually. I think that's part of the problem. And just flip it all back in. And so I'll go take it for a little spin and I'll let you guys know how it does. Alright, we just took it for a ride and it seems to be working pretty good. There's no direct readout on the GTs for the oil temp. It just says oil temp, and then if you click on it, it gives you a generic gauge. But it seems to react with it like right now this is maintaining and so is the gauge. Again, I don't know exactly how accurate it is, but it's cool for a little plug and play. Obviously getting some type of input, so it's pretty neat. Nice to switch it up. Unfortunately though, when you do lose my color feature, so that's a shame. But other than that, I mean, it's a nice touch, something different. Also, I think if you were boosted, you could also put in the EcoBoost performance pack gauge. So that's pretty cool. And you'd have a boost gauge, and I'm pretty sure that one will keep the my color feature. So just something to keep in mind, you know, just something to switch up the inside a little. Thought this would be cool, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'll put in the description as well the part number for it. I ended up just getting it, I bought it off of one of the marketplace groups, like one of the Facebook, you know, Mustang groups, for $100. So just so you have an idea how much they go for, used at least. I think they're like $250 brand new if you buy from Ford. So cool, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy.